most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good Wednesday evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage for the American Dirt Series Short Track Nationals round number 4. Limaland Motorsports Park, tight little high bank bull ring. 25 cars have checked in for tonight's action. Good field for the race. 20 of those drivers are going to make it into tonight's feature. Quick look at our points before we get ready to head trackside for opening ceremonies. Tyler Berry with a 68-point lead over Colby Cooper. An 88-point lead over Garrett Boyd. A country mile ahead of Jesse Atkins and Bubba Rowling. That's 4th and 5th in the points. 2 rounds left tonight and tomorrow night's championship night. Maybe a special treat for everybody tomorrow night during the broadcast. May have all 3 personalities in here working triple time for you. Maybe even a prize or 2 to give away. You never know. You got to tune in to find out. These guys about 3 minutes away from qualifying in about 40 seconds or so here. We're going to head down trackside, get all of our pre-race ceremonies out of the way. Say hi in the chat, guys. If you're over on any of the Facebook pages, come by the Dirt Racing Network, like, share, and follow. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. Been a busy week of racing. This is show number 6 this week. Off for a few days after the Thursday night show. We'll be back on Monday night for Dirt Slingers. Their Monday Night Thunder. They were out winding that season down. Only about 3 races left in that season. This one has 2 more shows. Be at Cedar Lake tomorrow night. Oh, now they're ready for pre-race ceremony. So we're going to go trackside a little late. We come back. We will be ready for qualifying.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, big thank you to the Foleys once again. Drivers starting to roll out on to the racetrack. For qualifying, Chevy Coleman, the 4 car. Out of 4, first time to lap. Doki, 13:53. Kraus, 13:32. So quick time to Kraus right now. Slip over. Watch Buddy Ware in his qualifying effort. Ware's first time to lap. 4th quick. Waiting to see Tyler Berry roll the 500 car out onto the racing surface. Right now, Brandon Bolton, 13:25. Trevor Landrum jumps up to 3rd. Garrett Boyd moves the 21 machine up to the 4th qualifying spot. Jaden Krause, Cody Kelly, Fuzzy Wuzzy in the house tonight. Didn't race last night. Here tonight, looks like that car very tight. Very, very tight. He's 6th quick currently. Colby Cooper, the 9 car. On track. We'll see where Colby times in. Cooper putting a time up now. Ethan Toder jumps to second quick. Rower up to 8th. Cooper was 16th on his. Steve Lindow. Here goes Tyler Berry. Let's watch Tyler Berry. 68 points out in front after 3 nights of racing. Going to be tough for these guys to catch him. He's been fast every single night. First time to lap for Berry. All the way to 13th quick. We'll see if he can improve on that here in lap number 2. Going to really have to hustle the car, and I don't think he's doing it. Did not improve his time. So, Brandon Bolton, quick time for the evening. That means he will start outside of row number 2 for our first heat race. They're gridding out on the front. Let's take a look. It will be Tyler Berry with his qualifying effort starting on the pole in heat number 1 next to Buddy Ware. Then Garrett Boyd inside row number 2 next to your quick qualifier. That's Brandon Bolton. Avery Taylor on the inside of row number 3 with Josh Dyer on his outside. And Nathan Voss will start in the 7th and final starting position. So heat 1 of 4. Top 2 from each heat race go straight to the A main. Everybody else will have to deal with traffic in the B. They'll take 12 cars from the B, fill up 20 spots for our feature. 40 laps will be the distance. First couple of nights were a little rough getting started in the feature. Once they got it going, it was pretty good. All right, pace truck. Hard left turn right there. We're going to get ready to go green on turn number 4. Berry's on the throttle. Ware's going to the top. Berry, slider across his nose, checks him up. That's Garrett Boyd, the 21, down on the inside right there, battling side by side with Ware. They got company. Bolton, quickest in the practice, quickest in qualifying. He slides across the nose of the 17, moves himself to 3rd. Boyd was up to 2nd. Still Berry out in front. Berry, Boyd, Bolton. Now Dyer, Josh Dyer up to the 4th spot. As we're through 3 and 4, coming around to 6 to go. Bolton gets around Boyd on the top side. He's keeping that thing wound up right through that tacky strip right there. Closing in on Tyler Berry. Berry's going to go to the top side and see if he can use some momentum. Not quite enough. There's contact. Berry's still leading. Boyd coming back on the inside. Making the bottom side look like it's working at least a little bit right there. Here comes a slider from Bolton. All the way across. He goes up to the top, shuts the door. Berry clips the fence. He's going to lose multiple spots. In fact, Berry's going to go all the way to 7th after that. Bolton up to the front. Boyd into 2nd. Dyer still 3rd. Ware's 4th. Voss, Taylor, and Berry, and they're 3 wide back there. Bumping and banging. There goes Berry's car backwards. He's going to get it righted and keep going. coming around to catch the white flag. One more lap, heat number 1. It's all Brandon Bolton right now. We'll see if Boyd can get close enough, maybe slide him down here in 3 and 4. I just don't think it's there. He drove it in deep. He's going to be satisfied with transferring. Brandon Bolton, Garrett Boyd going to the feature. Dyer, Ware, Voss, Taylor, and Barry will be in tonight's B-Main. So, 1 in the books. We'll get ready to grid out heat number 2. It'll be Tyler Johnson on the pole next to Mason Leon. Leon in the 86, Johnson in the 5. 13 car of Caden Kraus on the inside of row number 2 next to Ethan Tedder. Tedder very quick last night. Made a run at it. Quickest in qualifying. He really was fast in the feature, just got caught up in traffic. And then row 3 on the inside, the 9 car of Colby Cooper. And Josh Whiteman into the 24 on his outside. Oh. Guys making a little contact down there in 3 and 4. Not sure what that was about. All right. Green this time out of 4. Pace truck will be out of the way. Heat number 2 about to commence. There's your throttle. There's the green flag. Almost 3 wide getting in. A little blink for Mason Leon. He's going to try to thread the needle. Here comes Tedder. He's going to make it 4 wide. Tedder grabbed the lead. Kraus trying to hang on to second. Cooper's down on the bottom. He's making a run at the front. Cooper, the 9 car, working around the bottom half of the track, trying to hold off Kraus. Going to come up the hill. Kraus is going to have the momentum. Move Kraus to second. Cooper, odd man out right now, and he and Johnson with a little contact there. Mason Leon sneaks by, moved Leon to 4th. Johnson to 5th. Whiteman is still 6th. Kraus starting to close in. Running right up against the outside wall. He's making the momentum line work, and he's pulling it in on Tedder, who's running right through the middle. Now they're side by side into 3 and 4. Kraus off the top side. Can he lead this lap? That time by Kraus. Now Kraus starting to extend. Tedder's figuring out he's going to have to go to the top side. So Jaden Kraus going to lead us to 2 to go. Ethan Tedder running second. Colby Cooper. Third, Mason Leon. Tyler Johnson. Josh Whiteman. White flag out of turn number 4. Final lap. Can Kraus hang on, win the heat? I think Tedder's going to try to go somewhere he faked like he was going inside. Kraus covered the line. Kraus gets there. Tedder was second. Then Cooper, Leon, Johnson, and Whiteman. So Kraus and Tedder going to the feature. Everybody else B-Main. They will quickly move to heat number 3. It's going to be Steve Lindow, the 14 car, on the pole next to Cameron Dawson in the 8. 13 of Cody Kelly will start inside row number 2 next to Brennan White. White in the 11 car. And then Lucas Tellis, the 520, on the inside of row number 3. His partner in that row, the 89 of Alan Bergen. All right, lights are going to go off on the pace truck this time. Third heat race. Going to lock 2 more cars into the A main. That'll make 6. We'll have 8 at the end of heats. We'll look for 12 coming out of the 17 car B main. Lindau kept him held down for just a second. Dawson tried to time it, and I think he may have gotten it. He's going to come out of turn 2 with a big head of steam, and he'll surge ahead by a car length going into 3 and 4. We'll have it at the line. Lindau back on the bottom, but here comes White. White almost made it 3 wide on the exit of 4, just not enough momentum to get it up in there and force Dawson wide. Taps him there in the middle of the corner. That's going to open things up. Steve Lindau out in front easily. Here comes Cody Kelly making a run for third around the top of Brennan White. He is following Dawson right around almost in the exact tire tracks that Dawson's laying down in front of him. Right about 2/3 of the way up the hill. There's some sticky stuff there. Now Dawson surges ahead. New leader going into turns 3 and 4. Going to come around to 5 to go. Cody Kelly. Brendan White now running the exact same line through the corners. They're trying to work around the top side. Out of 4, Dawson. Kelly now second. Lindau third, and White fourth. Tellez fifth. Bergen sixth. Laps go quickly here at Lima. Now Kelly looking for a little momentum. Going to turn it down underneath and show Dawson he's there. Slider into 1 and 2, comes up the hill. Drives it into the corner. White's gotten around Lindau. 4 cars still for the lead. 2 to go that time by. Now Dawson gets a couple of car lengths of breathing room, goes way to the outside. Kelly cuts the car down early. He's not going to get there. White flag. Cameron Dawson, 2 more corners and he'll win this heat. He's going straight to the feature. And he's going to take Cody Kelly with him. White, Lindau, Tellez, and Bergen are going to be on the B main. All right, 4th and final heat. Lining up on the front stretch, it's going to be Jacob Doki. The 117 car on pole next to the 20, which I think is actually the 6 car of Dylan Wilson. Logan Rourke, the 17, inside row number 2. Next to him, Trevor Landrum in the 18. And the 4 car, Chevy Coleman on the inside of row 3 next to Patrick Coluccio in the 99. Track looks like it's drying out a little dust, especially down in the corners. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Final heat race of the evening. Seriously. Pace truck is in. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 4 underway. Final 2 direct qualifiers to the feature going to come out of this one. Yeah, right now, Doki has the lead. They're 3 wide behind him for second. Out of 4, it goes back to 2 wide. It was Wilson, then Rourke, and Landrum was 4th. Coleman in 5th. Coluccio back in 6th, but everybody's still tight right here. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn 4. They get it down to 2 wide by the line. Now down the backstretch, Doki with a good run off the top. Here comes Rourke down on the inside. Still battling side by side for second with Wilson. Now Wilson's got a slight advantage going into 3 and 4. Getting single filed out now. Doki, Wilson, Rourke, Landrum, Coleman, and then Coluccio. Wilson trying to make the middle work, pulls alongside on the exit of 2. Coming around to see 4 to go. They're side by side for the lead. Rourke about 5 car lengths back of the battle for number 1. That time, Wilson got a little tight in the center, drifted up the hill. That goes single file. He gets a little bump from behind from Rourke. He's going to have to get on his horse to get away from a battle for second. 2 to go this time. Doki, Wilson, Rourke, Landrum, Coleman, Coluccio. And I think as far as they're spread out, that's probably how they're going to finish unless someone has a problem. White flag for heat number 4 in the air. And Jacob Doki straight to the A main. He'll bring Dylan Wilson with him. We'll see Rourke, Landrum, Coleman, and Coluccio in the B main, which should be coming up next. So 17 cars slated to be in this one. 12 will make the transfer. It'll be Dyer and Cooper on the front row. White and Rourke in row 2. Ware and Leon in the third row. Lindau and Landrum will make up your fourth row. Voss and Johnson, Tyler Johnson, in row number 5. Tellez and Coleman in the 6th row. The 7th row, Taylor and Whiteman. Bergman and Coluccio in row 8. And Tyler Berry got a lot of work in front of him. He's going to start 17th, has to finish in the top 12 if he is going to transfer through to tonight's A main. As they will get ready to roll off. Looks like possibly all 17 have made it out. So keep your car in the top 12. You're going to continue tonight. If you do not, you're going to be done for the evening. This show moving right along. No incidents in the heat races. We're ready to go green out of turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air.
All right, man.
Caution right away as Avery Taylor, it looks like. That's the yellow 159 car. Gets stacked up. Oh, yeah. Got turned around coming off the back of somebody's car. He's going to be able to continue. But he is going to have to move to the back. So Avery and Bergen. Something wrong with the 2 car. And also with the 159. So 2 cars in the pits right now. So the 520 of Tellez in 15th. 3 spots out of a transfer. So we're getting the field straightened out. Lights are back on the pace truck. We're not going to go green. Those cars still
All right,
off
man.
track.
Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So we are continuing to pace here.
Green flag, green flag.
Guys, I swear to you, I am live. I do not know what is going on here. It was White and Cooper at the front row. I think Dyer was supposed to be at the back, but he is way out in front of this thing. And this is all shaken up right now, but it is a battle at the front. Brendan White, Colby Cooper, 1-2. Dyer shows to be the leader. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be there or not. Rourke in fourth, Landrum Ware, Johnson, Lindell, Voss, Coleman, Coluccio, and Leon. Tyler Berry back here in 13th. First car on the outside looking in to make the feature tonight. There's probably a handful of drivers that are rooting for him to stay back there in 13th. Right now, that's going to be 4 to go. Your leaders are already in 3 and 4. And it is still showing Josh Dyer as the leader. He may very well be. He got a heck of a jump if he was. Colby Cooper, Brendan White, Logan Rourke, the top 4. As we go back and look. 12th and 13th, Coluccio is back there in 12th. The final car on the outside, or on the inside. And Tyler Berry, the first car out, trying to look in to get there. And he's got a good run down the backstretch to pull alongside in 3 and 4. 2 to go. Coluccio still on the bottom. That moves Berry up into a transfer spot. Big wreck down in 3 and 4.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
I think Lindau was in this. I saw his car down here. Mason Leon is in it. Oh, Buddy Ware gets turned around by the 5 car of Tyler Johnson. That just starts a melee back there. Johnson's car flipped over but landed on its wheels. So an odd deal with 2 to go, and we'll have a green-white checker finish to it. And it still shows Dyer out in front. Cooper, Rourke, White, Landrum,
All right, man.
Lindau,
Light you back on the
Voss,
pace car. We're not
Coleman,
going green this time.
Leon,
We are not going
and
green.
Tyler Berry. We're going to have to extend the caution here to get everybody in the proper order. Transfer spots very important. Only the top 12 transfer through. 15 cars are on the track. Be single file restart 4. What should be the final restart. Lucas Tellez, the 520 car, your final transfer the way they are right now. Green flag back in the air. Let's go back and watch that battle as Tellez in 12th. He's got cars coming. Here comes Lucas Johnson. Or Tyler Johnson, excuse me. Tyler Johnson trying to get back in. White flag in the air. Johnson may have it this time as he gets a good run out of 2. Tyler Johnson's going to knock Tellez out. Rourke wins it. Cooper second. Dyer third. White, Landrum, Lindau, Voss, Coleman, Leon, Whiteman, Berry 11th. Barely gets in. And Tyler Johnson, the 5 car, your final transfer car. Everybody else done for the evening. These guys are going to get a few minutes of warm up here. So what we're going to do is we are going to go pay a bill or two when we get back. We'll be ready for the 40-lap A main. Alrighty. Still a couple of minutes of the warm-up left. Guys getting some final tuning in. Lights are on the speedway. $20 cars for 40 laps. Night number 4 of 5 still. One more night to go tomorrow night. We will be live 9:30 Eastern. We will crown a champion at the end of round number 5 at Cedar Lake. At the end of the race tonight, we'll talk to our top 3. Has not been a very physical race tonight so far. Couple of cautions for a tight little high-banked, high-speed bull ring like this. That's exceptional, especially when we put these big-bodied cars out there. They're heavy. They move around. Doesn't take a whole lot of contact for them to get sideways. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Tomorrow night, going to try to do all 3 of our personalities live on the air. We're going to put somebody down in the pits. Let them talk to the drivers every once in a while between races. Session ending. We are ready to go feature racing. We will take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the 40-lap A main round number 4. American Dirt Series Short Track Nationals. And Ethan Tedder is going to start on the pole next to Garrett Boyd, who will be on the outside of row 1. Jacob Dokie, row number 2 inside. His partner, Cameron Dawson, on the outside. Then Caden Krause and Brandon Bolton in row number 3. Cody Kelly and Dylan Wilson will make up row 4. Logan Rourke, Colby Cooper in the 5th row. Row 6. Josh Dyer and Brendan White, Trevor Landrum and Steve Lindau in the 7th row. The 8th row, Nathan Voss inside, Chevy Coleman outside. Mason Leon and Josh Whiteman on the inside and the out in row number 9. And your 10th and final row squeaking in to the feature tonight. Your points leader in of the series, Tyler Berry. He'll start P19 next to Lucas Tellez in the 520, who starts in the final starting spot. So Tedder via the invert, lightning fast last night, is going to start on the pole tonight. Garrett Boyd. Good starting spot for the 21 car. Bad luck last night. Had a black flag during his heat race. Couldn't get it cleared. Ended up having to go through the B main. Started deep in the field and had a little bit of trouble. But still managed, I believe, a 5th place finish. But it is time for the Thunder. Green flag in the air. We're underway. Round number 4. 3 wide for the lead out of 2. Lap 1. Here comes Boyd in the middle. Doki and Tedder inside and out and at the line. Tedder leads the first lap. Now it's almost a 4 wide race as Dawson got right on the right rear corner of the 21 car. He drug him back. And Dawson loses a couple spots there. It's still 3 wide for second. Now Kraus is down in the bottom. Bolton was up on the top right there. We got a battle for the lead and not going to shape up for very long. Tedder's going to grab the front spot, and they're 3 wide behind that. Dawson, Bolton, Kraus, all there 4 wide with Boyd getting in on the action. He went all the way to the basement. Trying to work his way back. Going to get the door shut on him right there by the 13 of Jaden Kraus. So now it's Tedder, then Bolton is second. It's a battle for third. Doki, Kraus, Boyd. Dawson is in there as well. Almost 3 and 4 wide right here. 13 car of Jaden Kraus. He gets around and into third. Boyd goes by into fourth. It moves Dawson all the way back to fifth. And Doki had a problem. He's back to sixth. Tedder staying out front. 1.3 seconds. Bolton starting to gap out on Kraus a little bit. Boyd still running the bottom and hanging on to fourth, but he's got company. Here comes Rourke in the 17.
All right, man.
And caution as Voss. The 2 car here appears to have problems. That's the gray and white car. Oh, a little contact there with Tellez. He's going to go around right in front of Chevy Coleman. Looks like he's got it righted. He's got some damage in the suspension in that car. So we'll see if he can remain on the track or if he's going to have to take that thing in. We got a few laps in, got about 10 before we caught a caution. Tedder grabbed the lead. Then Bolton up to second. Kraus, Boyd, Rourke, Dawson, Doki, Wilson, Cooper, and Dyer making up the top 10 right now. Looking for Barry. Barry's 15th currently.
All right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So we'll get them doubled up, get them ready to go. Lights off on the pace truck. 10 down, 30 to go. Green flag back in the air. And Ethan Tedder straight to the front. 3 wide battle behind that again. Rourke was on the bottom. Kraus was in the middle. And Bolton was up top. Boyd is right there. He tried to go to the 3 wide outside spot that Bolton vacated. And Kraus slammed the door on him pretty quickly. Rourke still working through the middle. Hanging on to fourth, but Boyd is making a run. Boyd has Dawson in tow. Then Cooper's right behind that. Those 7 have broken away from 8th place. That's Doki, and it's a scramble behind him. Landrum, Wilson, Barry, Dyer, Kelly, all in that bunch. We'll go back to the 2 wide, 3 wide battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th. Everybody chasing Ethan Tedder. Bolton's hanging on to 2nd now. Kraus with a little bit of a run puts himself up to 3rd. He is running the top line. Did that earlier in his heat race. Seemed to work out. Why would you change it if it ain't broken? Boyd around the top side gets past Rourke. Rourke tried to shut the door on Dawson. Dawson muscled him out of the way. Now Dawson and Rourke, a little bit of contact in 2. Here comes Cooper. Cooper's going to go to the basement. 3 wide out of 4. Dawson had the run. He clears everybody. Moved Dawson to 5th. Cooper's working the inside on Rourke, and he's trying to take 6th away. Meanwhile, Ethan Tedder absolutely sailing it on these guys. He is nearly a full set of corners ahead of a battle for 2nd.
Caution is out. Caution is
And
out.
caution. Tellez appears to have had a problem. He and Leon, get together door to door, and then they just hook each other, and they're going to come to a stop. So another 10 laps in the book. Halfway home. Tedder, Bolton, Kraus, Boyd, Dawson, Rourke, Cooper, Doki, Landrum, and Wilson were the top 10. All right, set them up 2 by 2, ready to get back after it.
Green flag, green flag.
21 laps to go, so right at halfway. Tedder with the slider, cuts Bolton off. Caution behind that. Whiteman, I know, is in this, a 24 car, but I think it happens in front of him. Lindau, the 14, got hit by Coleman, turned around, and then Whiteman got spun out. He's going to get it rolling again. So we'll be right at halfway. We'll get the guys probably single file this time. Well, maybe not. Maybe we are going to go double.
Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So just waiting for race control to give the drivers the lineup order. They are going to put them 2 by 2 for the restart. Pace truck already in the infield, just waiting for Ethan Tedder to find the throttle pedal. Flag man likes it, green flag. Scramble through 1 and 2. They are 2 wide, 7 deep back there. Tedder's got the lead. Bolton and Rourke were side by side for a moment. Now it's Boyd side by side with Kraus. Now side by side with Rourke. That's for third. Out of 4, down to 18 laps to go. Dawson taking a look on the inside, trying to get around Rourke. He's got his teammate right behind him, Kraus. Kraus is battling with Cooper. Top 3 single file, then 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, side by side. 3 wide behind that, and caution. I think Mason Leon is in this with Tellez. Tellez got bumped around by the 11, and Leon ends up getting hung into that. So White got Tellez there and turned him around in front of a couple of cars. Mason Leon ends up in it. Getting a little sloppy here towards the end. Still Tedder, Bolton, Boyd, Rourke, Dawson, Cooper, Kraus, Barry, Landrum, Doki. The top 10. Look at that. Barry from 19th starting spot. 7th or 8th right now into the running order. He's going to be 8th. So still 16 to go. We're going to get side by side for the restart one more time. There's your green flag. Slider up the hill. Bolton tried to miss him and caught the fence. That's going to open things up for Boyd. Boyd working up, tried to get second, gets passed on both sides for first and second, drops him back to third. Now Bolton with the slider. Nearly parked Tedder in 2. Now he's going to have to cut under his Tedder. Went for the slider 3 and 4. Bolton out to the front. Brandon Bolton takes over the lead. This battle at the front nowhere near over, and there's 3 cars in it right now. Bolton off the top side. Grabs the lead. Boyd pulls alongside of Ethan Tedder. Late in the going, coming around 12 to go. Here comes Rourke. Rourke now going to put his hat in the ring for a podium spot. Dawson back in this. Bolton's getting away from the battle. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here on the screen. Boyd's got 2nd. Oh, park slider. And he got right reared almost into the fence by Ethan Tedder. Hangs on to 3rd right in front of Rourke. Tedder now has 2nd. Dawson is 5th. Colby Cooper around the top side, going to take that away. 9 to go. Bolton only half a second ahead of Tedder right now. Everybody getting single file through the front 6. 7th is a side-by-side battle. Barry and Landrum are right there. Ooh, they'll stack up, and Cooper's going to pick up spots. Rourke got the fence. That moves Cooper to 4th. Rourke to 5th. Dawson 6th. Barry now 7th. Kraus back to 8th. I think Kraus is who caught the fence, and he lost 3 or 4 spots in that deal. The battle for the lead heating up, coming around. Going to be 5 to go this time. Tedder back in it with Bolton. These two start to go at it. That may give Boyd a chance to run them down. Slider line for both. They didn't gain or lose ground on each other. They did give Boyd about a car length. 4 to go. They go right underneath us right there in turn number 1, down to 3 and 4. Bolton off the corner, hanging on to it to 3 to go. Lap car getting out of the way. The 11 car took it straight to the infield. They're going to stay green. That was white. 2 to go this time, and Tedder's putting the pressure on. Got the nose to the inside. Caution! That's going to slow things up a little bit. What brought up this caution? Did Dylan Wilson crash? Got it over there. Oh, yeah, he gets a slider and then gets hooked in. By Kraus. So we'll have a green-white checker shootout here. That'll make things interesting. We know Tedder loves to go for that first lap, first set of corner slider. We saw that last night multiple times.
All right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So we'll get another pace lap. Give me time to get a nice cold drink. Lights off on the pace truck. Single file. Bolton, Tedder, Boyd, Cooper, Rourke, the top 5 right now. On to the throttle, way back in turn 3. Flagman says, let's do this. Shows him the green flag, 2 to go. Bolton out of 2. Tedder had a little bit of a run. It stalled out. Now the white flag. One more time around, and Tedder is there. How is he going to get it done down here? Pulled alongside for just a second. I think that might do it. Bolton goes to the top. Tedder goes and gets in the door. Bolton wins it. Tedder second. Boyd third. Cooper was fourth. And Barry gets all the way back to a top 5. So what could have been a big night in points losses for him, he turns it around, gets a top 5 out of it. That's going to make it tough for anybody to take this thing away from him the rest of the night. But we're going to get ready to go down here. We're going to talk to our top 3. Just waiting for drivers to get themselves in there. Garrett Boyd, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, a third place run. Looked like you hung there pretty much all night long. Tell us about how tough the feature was out here on this little boy ring.
I was trying to figure out where to run. Obviously, we go to the top 95% of the time. I was really hoping it would go to the bottom like it kind of did last night, but just try to hang in there and get through most of it, as the week's been pretty rough, but tonight's pretty good showing for everybody.
Yeah, it looked like everybody was pretty much trying to run the top, and guys were making mistakes. It just was very hard to capitalize on those mistakes.
Yeah, you can keep up on the bottom here pretty well. It's hard to have a car that does both, and with how iRacing works, you can pretty much guess that you're going to go to the top, so you want to try to make the car work that way.
Well, an awesome run, some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a little bit tonight and get ready for this finale.
Just got to give a big shout-out to 1-8 Electric, Grand Garage, UFO Motorsports, Field Point Energy Services, and hashtag don't use mirrors in iRacing, people.
All right, buddy. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Yeah, they took cars off the track, but it doesn't matter. We're going to try to talk to them anyway. Let's move on to talking to Ethan Tedder here. If we can get him. There he is. Ethan, you there, buddy? Got to unmute your mic, man. Ethan, hello.
You got me?
I got you now, man. Strong car all night long. Got past close to the end. Tell us what was going on the last few laps there.
Yeah, my prodigy, Brandon Bolton, he really wanted to give him a broadcast win, and I'm not racing for points in this deal, so I wanted to see Bolton get him a win, and wanted to race him hard, get him a couple laps around race cars. He had a really good car. If we could have just stayed out in front, we would have walked away with it, but I'm happy for Bolton.
Well, an awesome run, and you said you're not racing for the points, but you've been strong the last couple of nights. Are you going to come in tomorrow night and see what you can do at Cedar Lake?
I would, but we have north-south, so I'll be down at Florence.
Well, it has definitely been fun watching you the last couple of nights, man. You got some shout-outs before we let you get out of here?
Oh, yeah, man. Brandon Bolton on the win. Like I said, my prodigy. I've helped him throughout his whole iRacing career, and it's really cool to see him finally get his first league win. CFM Esports, Chris, for everything he does for us. Check out the Frenchies and go check us out on Facebook. And then you guys for putting on the broadcasts, and everybody puts on the league for us.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and good luck where you're headed tomorrow night, man.
Thank you.
Ethan Tennant finishes second. Let's grab Brandon Bolton. And if he'll unmute his mic, we'll get a chat in with tonight's feature winner. You there, Brandon?
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. You took the lead late there, and you were able to hold on to it. Tell us about how you got the lead and how you were able to hold everybody off on that last restart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was just good racing with Ethan there. He kind of didn't really let me go, but was kind of helping me in these kind of situations and stuff, so I got to thank him for that.
Well, it looked like the track stayed pretty much topside all night long. You were set up for that, obviously. Any thoughts that you may have to go to the bottom and try to pull away from these guys?
No, I didn't think the bottom. There was a strip right there in the middle that I kind of found halfway through the race too, which we were racing in the heat races. And I thought it was going to be locked down there, but then we got on the wall, and I suck on the wall here. So tonight was a good one.
Well, an awesome run. I'm sure you got some shout-outs before we let you celebrate a great victory tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely Toter tonight for helping out. Trevor Landrum, Seam Setups, Craig Schwartz, Burgess Motorsports Consulting, Carthage Auto Parts, just everybody that helps.
All right, man, congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you close this thing out at Cedar Lake tomorrow night.
Well, about that. The same thing as Ethan. I'll be at the North-South tomorrow, so I will not be here tomorrow.
Well, and it was fun watching you get a win in the series, and we'll look forward to seeing you the next time we're over here with you guys.
Oh, for sure. Next time I do this, I'll definitely run the whole deal.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. Your winner, Brandon Bolton. Let's take a look at the official results. Bolton wins it. Tedder second. Boyd in third. Cooper was fourth. Barry with a great run. That is definitely going to help him in the points, and that may seal the deal. He may be the champ before they even get to the feature tomorrow night. We'll know when we get here tomorrow. Dawson was sixth. Dokie seventh. Rourke eighth. Ninth to Landrum. Dyer in 10th. Chevy Coleman finishes 11th tonight. 12th was Nathan Voss. Cody Kelly 13. Stephen Lindau 14. Josh Whiteman 15. Kraus 16th. Wilson 17th. Tellez was 18th. White 19th. And Mason Leon rounded out the field. So night 4 in the books. One more night to go. There'll be at Cedar Lake tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern, live right here. Should have all three of the talents here at DRN on. We're going to have a pit reporter and a couple of guys up in the booth. Can't say enough about my guys. They're going to jump in here and help me out because my voice has been gone since last Saturday, and it is a struggle to get through these. So I can't say enough about the guys jumping in, helping me out by taking some of the weight off. So I'm looking forward to that. Be a unique show. We don't do that very often. We don't get the chance to because we can't all usually get together, but we are going to. It's been great seeing the first 4 nights of this thing. I can't wait to see what goes on championship night and crown the champion. But until then, guys, don't forget, like, share, and follow on the Facebook page. Subscribe to YouTube, Trovo, and Twitch. And until we see you the next time, for Dominic Sanchez.